Majesty. We are doing everything in our power, but the fever isn't subsiding. And the wounds caused by the fall still haven't healed.
It's this filthy city of contaminated water and ridden with disease. I thought it could be a good idea to move the court to Madrid, but I'm beginning to wonder if I did the right thing.
The city is growing. Soon it will reflect the greatness of our empire.
Madrid does not represent our empire, which is based on faith. I have a more dignified place in mind, one that will reflect the glory of our Lord. So you've tried everything?
That is so, Your Majesty.
Not quite everything, my good friend.
What had we here, Your Majesty?
It's the mummy of Friar Diego de Alcalá. He was a saint in life. He still is one now. He will help to make my son well. It's beginning to have an effect already.
As you must know, I have made up my mind to reconvene the Council of Trent.
A grand idea, Your Holiness. Count on me for support.
The reformist ideas of Luther and Calvin are doing us a lot of damage.
Luther and Calvin are mere theologians. Heretics, certainly, but theologians. It's the people in power who support them that I'm more concerned about.
Elizabeth.
Your Holiness, if we want the world to continue to be Catholic, we have to dispose of Elizabeth. Otherwise, Protestantism will spread through the New World, and by then, it will be too late.
Your words are harsh, particularly when pronounced within these four walls.
Heretics must be wiped from the face of the earth, even if they wear a crown.
I agree with you. Your Holy Inquisition has proved to be a success. One of the conclusions of the Council must be to extend it to Italy and France.
Very wise, Your Holiness.
But doing away with the Synod from Castile is not the same as disposing of the Queen of England.
Your Holiness, may I speak plainly to you?
Of course.
Your predecessor bore an extreme grudge against me. He never forgave me for my possessions in Naples, his native city.
That's all water under the bridge.
Our enemies took advantage of our bad relations.
You too made a pact with Elizabeth when it suited you.
It was the only way to persuade her to abandon the continent. Your Holiness, this is a game of three players. And more often than not, France goes to bed as an ally and wakes up as an enemy. It's in the nature of the French.
And Flanders? And Scotland?
Don't worry about Flanders. As for Scotland, it will return to Catholicism.
The fact that there is a Catholic on the throne does not mean that the country is Catholic.
I mean is that if we win over Scotland, we will be able to enter England.
France made an attempt, but it turned out badly.
Spain is not France.
What do you suggest?
That you persuade Mary of how advisable it would be for her to wed my son, Prince Charles.
She's getting married. She's getting married.
What are you talking about?
About Mary, the Queen of Scotland. I should be her husband.
That matter no longer concerns us.
Once again, you have humiliated me.
You humiliate yourself with those attitudes. You're the heir to the greatest empire in the world, and you're not fit for it.
You have made a serious mistake. With me, as King of Scotland, we could have England and the whole world.
Oh. And tell me, how were you going to get England?
Philip, please, I beg you.
With arms. I'm a great strategist and an excellent warrior, not like you who always hides in the rear guard.
Withdraw. You're bothering the Queen.
How considerate, especially when I know that you want to kill her to marry your niece Anna.
Withdraw.
I hate you.
Perfect.
No, I don't like it.
But, Highness, you choose the color yourself and also the material.
It doesn't go well with my jewels.
Then we'll look for another jewels. You have many.
Are you calling me extravagant?
Not at all, Highness. I only mean that you have an extensive wardrobe, an exquisite jewel collection, and I'm here to help you choose well.
Do you mean that I can choose well?
No, Highness. What I mean is that...
Are you laughing at me?
No, Highness.
Yes, Highness.
No, Highness.
Yes, Highness.
No, Highness.
Yes, Highness.
No, Highness.
Don't move. And as for you, I think you need more discipline.
What's happening?
Your son, he's beside himself. He's thrown his valet out of the window.
Stop! I said stop! Take her away. You're a disgrace to the crown, and I will not allow any further madness.
You're not mad.
We're locked in the tower. We'll calm you down.
No, father, no, please. Not again. Not in the tower.
I hope that you reflect during these days, or you'll never live in freedom again.
They are pretext to be free of me, and you will never succeed.
Lord, thy will be done.
Majesty,
Open the door. I've come to see the prince.
I have orders not to...
It will be for less than an hour and no one will know. The prince needs his treatment. If anything were to happen to him, you would be responsible. I can also order you, and that would be much worse.
Everything happened during the change of guard.
Do not worry. Come back in an hour. Carlos.
My
Carlos.
Thank God. Hatred won't let me sleep. Have you persuaded them to let me out of here?
The tailor was killed in the fall. The king will let you be tried for that, but he won't let you out of here.
Well, then
You haven't eaten anything.
I'd rather die than give him the pleasure of seeing me suffer.
Get dressed. We don't have much time. You have a visitor. Act as God commands you.
What do I do? What is going to happen?
A person has come to see you and to propose something.
Who?
The relationship with your father is worsening every day. I love you both and need you. I hope I'm not mistaken with what I'm doing.
I don't understand.
I haven't been here. May God bless you.
What's going to mother?
Wait.
Be calm, Highness. I am the Baron of Montagny.
Baron? You're very far from your land.
See, your father won't listen to reason. He's imposing his bishops on us.
I know.
And he isn't controlling the Inquisition. And at the moment, there are outbreaks of violence throughout the country.
But my aunt...
She is going to be replaced, if we don't prevent it, by someone who hates you in particular, and who's inflaming your father against you.
The Duke of Alba.
I know. That miserly, bloodthirsty criminal.
I know, murdering bastard! You'll pay for this, you'll pay for this, you'll pay for this!
Calm yourself, Highness. I represent a group of nobles from Flanders who would be at your disposal and who would give you maximum authority. See, you can't rule the Low Countries from Spain, Highness.
Impossible! Impossible!
A carriage with one of my trusted men is awaiting you. Don't stop for anything. Come.
The Duke of Alba, what are you doing here?
Preventing your flight.
Flight? I'm not fleeing. I'm on a diplomatic mission to the Low Countries.
A strange mission on which you meet with your father's enemies.
I can prevent war.
You can't prevent anything. You're a poor, deformed lunatic.
I will not allow you to speak to me like that.
I know.
Prince is above a duke.
And a king is above a prince. And here, I represent the king's authority.
What am I going to do with you?
I am the prince. You should treat me such.
If you behaved like a prince, I would treat you as such. But you behave like a lunatic.
and a spy. Do not interfere again in affairs of state. And if you want to gossip, do it with the Queen. That's what you're best at. You've been warned. Now withdraw. Don't play with this kind of thing, my dear prince. You could hurt yourself. Are you all right?
Yes. Sorry I hit him, Your Majesty.
Don't be sorry, dear Duke. Don't be sorry.
This isn't enough snow. It has to fill the room and the bed. More snow! You. Undress and test it.
Me, sir?
Yes? You. If it isn't cold enough, I'll get sick. Undress. Hurry up, you cretin! Don't you know that snow melts when it isn't used?
Holy God, Carlos, what are you doing?
What do you mean, Carlos? When you speak to me, address me as Majesty.
Don't you know who I am? I'm your Aunt Juana.
I know who you are, you damn whore! The slut who left me and went off to Portugal.
Calm down. I've come back.
Late, too late. I no longer need anyone. I am the king of the Low Countries!
It's very cold in here. Light the fire.
No one needs to move! Or I'll burn the Alcazar.
Calm down. The fever is making you delirious.
Delirious. Delirious. Delirious. Am I not the heir to the empire of the Austrias? Am I not the only non-bastard son of King Philip II and grandson of the Emperor Carlos V of Spain and Germany?
Yes. But you are ill. And we are all here to look after you.
All? Like my father locking me in with those two executioners. Or like the envious assassin, the Duke of Alba, his accomplice. You are all conspiring swine. Get in the snow. All the way!
What is that shouting? What is happening here?
Well, I've been waiting 3 days for your visit.
God knows that you're one of the matters that most concern me.
Matter? I am not a matter. I am your son. Your only son and heir. And I'm going to live only so as to be able to pray on your grave, so that God may forgive you for the harm you have done me. Why are you throwing them out? Don't you want witnesses to your misdeeds?
Carlos, please. You are speaking to the king.
Yes. To the king. And my father!
Cover yourself.
Where are you taking me?
Nowhere. I don't want you to get worse.
I am not much better than you. That's why you didn't let me be king of the Low Countries. Or marry Mary Stuart.
Get dressed.
Is that an order?
Philip, please.
Look at what I do with your orders.
Carlos! No!
This incident did not happen. The prince's weapon fired accidentally. You may leave. I need to put an end to this situation. It's unbearable. You have committed your last misdeed. From today, you'll be confined in the tower, without correspondence and with no communication to the exterior.
They threw a basin of dirty water over me!
You can't go around setting fire to subjects' homes, and much less with them inside.
You're a cynic. You despise them more than I do.
Lock him up.
Send me one of your damn mummies to entertain me. Oh, Juan de Austria, another brown noser.
Excuse me, Majesty.
Yes.
News from Scotland. Queen Mary escaped from her captivity.
To where?
We do not know, Majesty.
But she's not dead, is she? Try to contact her and give her all the help necessary.
Your Majesty, I have received news from the palace. It's...
Let me hear it.
Your son, Prince Charles, is dead.
Prepare the funeral. I shall return to palace after lunch.
Is that all you can say? He was your son, and he's dead.
He was also a traitor who sided with my Dutch enemies.
Those were just fantasies, a result of his illness.
He tried to kill the Duke of Alba. That wasn't a fantasy.
By locking him up, all you achieved was his death.
It was God's will.
Calm down, Your Majesty. Breathe. Breathe.
Uprising, rebellion, war, call it what you will. But we shall emerge victorious, I guarantee it.
The House of Orange is recruiting more followers. You had 12,000 men at Jemmingen.
And the Duke of Alba defeated them easily. They're not well provisioned.
More than 7,000 died. It was an absolute carnage.
Now that Louis of Nassau has fled, we can focus all our interests on his brother, William of Orange. I've informed the Duke of Alba of that.
The rat knows how to hide.
The Duke has promised me his head. And I have no doubt he'll keep his word.
Majesty,
Yes.
the Queen has given birth prematurely. The child did not survive.
How is she?
Very ill. We are doing everything that is in our power.